What's going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another install demonstration. Today we've got a pretty quick one for you. We're going to be replacing the stock muffler with an aftermarket slip-on. I did opt to just do the slip-on at this point, so I didn't have to deal with remapping the ECU, although a full system may be something I consider in the future, just not something I wanted to deal with right now. So let's go over to the tool bench. I'll show you the exhaust I chose and we'll get started. Okay, so the exhaust I decided to go with was a Black Widow slip-on. Let's go ahead and open it up and get a look at it. Okay, and I've also decided to put a spark arrestor because the Black Widows don't come with a spark arrestor. So to be approved for different public lands, you have to have a spark arrestor on your exhaust. So I got this from Camel ADV. All right, I've got some instructions. Link pipe, gaskets. There's also some assembly sealant. More assembly parts. There we go. This is a stainless hex shape. 300 millimeter, I believe, is the length on this one. I'll put these specifications down in the description below. So let's go over the tools that we use to install it. All right, and the tools you'll need to do this project are pretty simple. Have just a regular 3/8 ratchet. This is optional, an impact driver, a 14 millimeter and 17 millimeter wrench. I have a 4 millimeter, 6 millimeter, and an 8 millimeter Allen socket, as well as a 10 millimeter socket. And that's it. The assembly paste comes with the exhaust. So let's go on and I'll show you exactly how we installed it. Okay, and the first thing I'm going to do is remove this heat shield. This heat shield will be used on the new exhaust. So while it's easy to get off, we'll take that off. It uses a 4 millimeter Allen. All right, we'll set that aside. Now next, using a 6 millimeter Allen, I'm going to loosen up the clamp that attaches the exhaust to the main pipe. There we go. All right, and now using an 8 millimeter Allen and a 14 millimeter wrench, I'm going to loosen up the exhaust hanger. Remove the nut. Now I do have these pannier racks on here, so yours might look a little bit different, but it should be pretty much the same. Now we can pull the bolt back. Okay, and now the entire assembly can be removed. There we go. Now before we install the new one, I want to do a quick weight comparison between the two. I got the scale turned on. With the old muffler on the scale, it comes up to 10 pounds and 6.5 ounces. So let's put the new one on there and see what kind of weight savings we get. Okay, with the new muffler, stick that on there. This is the spark arrestor. We're going to insert into the link pipe. Well, let's just put it here. So everything together comes up to 5 pounds, 8.4 ounces. So quite a bit of difference here. That's gonna increase your performance and save a lot of weight. Okay, now we're ready to reinstall the new slip-on exhaust. If the gasket didn't come off from the original exhaust, just remember to remove that. And I'm gonna clean this up with a little bit of brake cleaner. Okay, now I can put some of the exhaust sealant on the pipe. Just kind of rub that on there. Go ahead and also put a coat on the inside of the connector. Now go ahead and position the clamp onto the pipe. Slide this on until you get it seated. I'm going to wipe off this excess here. Now I'm going to insert my spark arrestor. Don't forget to put the clamp onto there. And you push that all the way till it seats. Now we can clean up the excess on that one. Okay, now we take the hardware that came with the exhaust. It's a metal grommet with the Allen bolt. You slide that in first. Then the spacer goes between the brackets. And then you want to lift it into place. You'll need to turn the exhaust to get it into position. And on mine, I have these pannier racks, so I need to put the washer between it. I'll take the factory washer and put it behind it and turn the nut on. So once you have it all basically lined up, you can start to tighten up the hardware. Most important thing is to make sure that the muffler itself is pushed all the way onto the link pipe so that that spark arrestor doesn't move or rattle. And then we can start tightening up our clamps and bolts. I'm just going to use a 17mm wrench on this top one. All right, next I can reinstall the factory heat shield. Now it does include bolts for this, but the stock bolts go right on, so I'm just going to reuse those. Wouldn't be a bad idea to put a little Loctite on that, a blue Loctite. All right, now we can clean it up and try it out. It's a good idea to wipe it down with some denatured alcohol to get any fingerprints or oils from your hands off of it before you start it up. All right, I think we're ready to hear it run. All right, so that's going to wrap up another one. Pretty pleased, looks better, sounds better, lighter. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Thanks for watching.